a lot of people always ask me, what are you guys working on out in the shop? And because everyone can't be here in Orlando and stop by, we figured we'd give you some insight through video. So we're gonna walk you through today what's going on in the workshop, car by car, and show you a little piece of the PSI puzzle. So we'll start with this E92 M3 to my right. This is Silverstone. This car came from California. A customer sent it over before he moved here. It was a pretty much stock car. I think it had exhaust and some other components to it. And we've done a lot of work. This car has had a lot of paint work done. We refreshed the paint on it. We've installed some aero. This actually has a built S65 in it. It's actually a sleeved block from Active Auto Work. We've also installed an ESS tuning G1 supercharger kit. We've done one of my favorite mods to E92s, which are the Brembo brakes. This is the GT kit, the 380 millimeter kit all around. And we went with the yellow calipers, kind of plays off of the Silverstone color. And of course, these are TE37 SLs, which is one of my favorite combinations on the E92 M3. This also has some really cool leather Recaro pole positions in it, which again is such an upgrade on these cars because the stock seats are pretty boring. And it just finishes off with a GTS wing on the back. This is a really good example of E92 work that we do. You know, a lot of people don't go this in depth with all of these mods and built motors, but a lot of Brembos we do, a lot of wheels, a lot of suspension on these cars. This has an AST 5100 coilover. So this is exactly what we like to do here at the shop. We've done some paint restoration. We've done, of course, a lot of maintenance to this, and then just the right recipe of mods to make it the ultimate driver's car, ultimate driver's E92 M3. So tucked behind the E92 M3, you'll see a couple chassis. We'll talk about the green chassis at the top right now. It actually just came back from the paint shop, and it's one of our full restoration, resto mod builds because we're basically touching every component of the car. The car was originally Arctic Silver. We tore it down to a bare chassis. It went over to Samuel's, who we use for all of our paint work. And it's actually been painted Irish green, which is a historic Porsche color. It's actually a new PTS color. And the customer has a 992 GT3 that's also Irish green. Car's going to have an S54 swap with a full bolt-on. So we're gonna do headers, exhaust, we're gonna do the CSL manifold. It's actually getting a custom interior, redoing the seats and the leather. And really, it's everything we can do to the car to make it for the customer. This is the customer's dream build. They've loved BMWs from day one. They called me about 6 months ago, and we've been putting the project together ever since. It's gonna be a real epic build. It's here because we're now going to start eliminating some things in the engine bay, because this originally was going to be a supercharged S52 car, but now we're going to change it to S54. Customer kind of changed their mind midway, so we're going to get going on that. It's going to go back to the body shop, and then we'll have it here for final assembly. Of course, you'll see it on the channel. Right below that, you'll see an E30 chassis, and this is not just a regular E30, it's an E30 M3. So this car is also here for resto mod. We're doing S52. It'll have a built S52 full NA build on the car. The engine is being built. The engine is actually at the machine shop, getting all new pistons and rods and all of that to be a brand new S52. The car actually needs to get some touch-up paint. This is actually a pearl white. You can't really see it because it's a little bit dusty, but it's getting full paint. I'm gonna walk through the customer with the interior, and it will leave here a totally complete car, an E30 M3 with S52. So moving over to the right, you guys will see an E46 M3, which is pretty common to see. We pretty much at all times have 2, 3, 4 of these that we're working on, all through different aspects of mechanical restoration and cosmetic restoration. This particular car is a 35,000 mile car. It's actually an 05 competition spec car. Super nice car, very clean, silver with black interior, which seems very plain and very common, but we really see a lot of silver cars with gray interior, so it was a little bit refreshing to see the black. And this car's here for the big three. We did the Vanos from Dr. Vanos. We did B bearings, rod bearing service. We also did the rear subframe as well. So this was here for our common big three that we normally do, but we're also doing a little bit of interior trim. We're doing the center console replacement, and this will actually get a new Apple CarPlay unit installed with rear view camera and all of that, sort of to update the car and make it a little bit easier to daily drive, especially for a customer that's used to having all of those things in a brand new car. So we're updating, we're restoring, and we're making the car mechanically perfect so the customer can enjoy from years to come. Now we have a BMW factory resto mod, and the reason I call it that is because this is a Z8, and the Z8 was based on the original 507 from the 50s. You don't see these a lot. They're actually very rare, and this is the standard Z8 version, which means it has the S62 V8 from the M5 with a manual transmission. And this car is here for a few things. It's getting a full mechanical restoration. It's also getting a cosmetic restoration, and we're doing some OEM plus mods because we're actually putting the Alpina V8 wheels. To me, and what a lot of people think about the Z8 is the weak point of the design is the standard 5-spoke wheels. A lot of customers do the Alpina wheel upgrade because it came on the factory V8 from Alpina and BMW, and it also is still available from BMW. Now, a lot of things about the Z8 are special. To speak for myself, as doing restorations, one of the cool things about the Z8 is that the parts are available for 50 years after the car was released. And that was something that when they sold the car was something that they used to sell the cars, was parts availability. It was a real hot topic during the time when the car was released, and all of the parts are still available today. And this car is getting a ton of them. We put a new diff in the car. It had a brand new steering rack from BMW. We're also doing all of the painted cosmetic interior components that this has, along with a brand new leather center console. We did valve covers on this, just every single thing that the car needed. This car was bought from Bring a Trailer. It was sent to us sight unseen. We went through the car and I nitpicked every detail that I thought would make it new again for the customer. And now we're going through all of that. It's been a long process of getting all the parts and getting it here, but this will be finished up in a couple weeks. It'll actually go over to our detailer, Caleb, and he'll be able to polish it and get the black back to brand new. And we're going to do full PPF also to finish the car up before it goes back to the customer. Another great example of full mechanical cosmetic restoration. We're really making the cars new again for the customers to enjoy, just as if they bought it right off the showroom floor from BMW. So moving on, this 335 is here for just regular maintenance. We're doing some coating, some module replacement, just some standard service and repair. Typical day here at the shop, seeing these cars that we're keeping on the road for customers. We do a lot of E92 work. You saw the M3 before. This is an N55 335, and customers love the design, love the cars, and they're getting affordable now. They just need to be maintained and serviced as per normal. Car kind of hiding behind this car is the 858 CSL from Rain Speed Shop. You guys have seen this on our channel before. It's actually here because we're doing some coating work because we're ever improving on the car. We're changing some things on it. We had to change out some modules and just really some basic service. The motor was put in brand new from Carbon when Rain finished it last year. Just doing some oil changes, fixing some little things on the car, and then the car will actually go back to Ray next week, and he's gonna, I think, drive it up to Monterey. That's a car that we had some background work on. We did some coating. I did some consulting on it for what the best way to kind of construct the build, kind of the framework of it. But most of that work was done, pretty much 95% of the work was done at Ray's shop. We flew out a couple times, did some electronics work on it, but Ray and his guys and his team did a great job on the car. It's a super neat car to see, and it's just something to highlight here next to all these different cars. And last but not least, we have our E91 GTS tribute build that we built for SEMA 2023. And this was a car that actually went on a world tour, got a ton of miles put on it, and then was given away to customers of Turn 14, who we built the car for with Bilstein. And they basically accumulated points and then were put into a drawing. And then last year at SEMA, the car was given away. And the guy that won it is actually from Reno, and he got the car and he wants to start driving it a lot more and using it kind of as a daily. So he sent the car to us to do standard service. We needed to check the oil. We needed to do some things with the car. You know, it's important on some of these long-term builds that we see the car in a couple thousand miles to just make sure everything's good, check on clearances. There's a lot of custom parts, there's a lot of custom electronics that we did. It's just one of those things that we do to support cars that we've built. We have a lot of cars. Obviously the 858 is a car that we had our hand in. That's here for the same exact reason. It's just an important process. And you know, a lot of people send us cars from all over the country to do this work, whether it's mechanical restoration, cosmetic restoration, a combination of both, or some customers send us cars to do full maintenance, and then they build upon that maintenance with performance mods, and we guide them through the process to basically complete the car so we can do all the maintenance, all the performance, all the restoration right here at PSI. So we wanted to give you guys a slice of what goes on day to day here at PSI. It's easy to take for granted the cars that we see and the cars that we work on, because we're here every day trying to get them done for customers all over the country. If you guys have a bill for mechanical restoration, cosmetic, or performance, give us a call. If you're local to Central Florida, stop by the shop and come and see us, and we'll see you guys next time.